West Ham United are back in Premier League action this weekend at home against Fulham on Sunday. This is your very detailed match preview. Welcome back. Yes, West Ham v Fulham at the weekend. Big game. They all are this time of the season, aren't they? And the real question is, what do we do? What do we do? Do we rest players in preparation for our second leg against Bayer Leverkusen in midweek at home to try and give us the best chance possible of overturning that 2-0 defeat we suffered on Thursday? And yeah, there is a chance. There is. It's not a massive chance, but it is possible. So, yeah, do we do that? Or do we play our strongest team? Because we need to ensure that we secure European football next season. We really do. And our best chance to do that is obviously winning all these games, which are very winnable because, we've got this one this week against Fulham. Next week, we've got Crystal Palace. Then we got, I think it's Chelsea. Then we got Liverpool. Then we got Luton. And then we got Man City. So, any game that we have a serious chance of winning, we need to be picking up points. So I actually feel like we should be doing a bit of both. We should rest a couple of players, but we still should play a fairly strong team. But we will get to that a little bit later. For now, let's talk about Fulham. Let's talk about our opponent. Now, obviously, it didn't go too well at Craven Cottage earlier this season. Probably the worst performance of the season, I would say, by us, most definitely. 5-0 loss. Embarrassing doesn't quite cover it, does it? It really doesn't. But funny enough, that was actually our first loss against Fulham since 2014. Like we've got a really decent record against them over the last 20 years. We played 25 games, I think, and we've only lost 5 of those, drawing 6 and winning 14. So, as I say, we do have a really good record against Fulham, especially over the last 20 years. In the last 5 seasons, we've actually only lost 1 and drawn 1. Out of the 7 we've played, we've won 5. Obviously, that loss came this season, but yeah, again, a really, really good record. And we haven't lost to Fulham at home since 2004. And that was in a 3-0 defeat to them in the FA Cup. And we haven't lost to them in the league at home since 2001. So, yeah, we do have a really, really strong record against Fulham recently, especially at home. So, yeah, this is definitely a game that I think we should be looking at winning. Now, if you look at our recent home form, you probably wouldn't be blamed for thinking that this game could end a draw, because we've drawn our last 3 home games against Spurs, Burnley, and Aston Villa. Fulham away from home haven't been brilliant. They've lost their last. They've lost 2 of their last 3 and drawn the other one, so they haven't won away from home in 3 games. In their last 5 games, they've only won 1. We have also only won 1 game in the last 5 games, but unlike us, where we have drawn 3 and lost 1, it's quite the other way around with Fulham, where they've lost 3 and drawn 1. So yeah, they're not in the greatest form at the moment. They're not. That 1 win that they got was against Tottenham at home. Their last game they lost against Newcastle 1-0. That's the only team that we've lost against in the last 5 games, obviously in that 4-3 defeat. And our last game, obviously, we won against Wolves. So we're going into this game on the back of a win in the Premier League. Obviously, we also are going into this game on the back of a loss in the Europa League. And we'll get to our form after European games a little bit later. But let's just have a look at how Fulham have fared away from home this season. Well, they've played 16 games. They've only won 2 of them. They've drawn 5 and they've lost 9. They're averaging about 2 goals per game conceded away from home. So they concede about 2 goals a game. And most of those goals that they concede are in the second half. And they've only kept 2 clean sheets away from home this season. So, yeah, it should be a game that we should be scoring in. I do expect that we will get some goals on Sunday. In total, they have conceded 35 goals away from home this season. 22 have been from open play, 4 from set pieces, 4 from pens. They've 3 own goals away from home this season, and 2 have been from counter attacks. So, yeah, there's definitely some things that we can exploit there. Probably more likely to get some goals from open plays, but we are strong on set pieces as well. And if we can get some balls swung into the box, you never know, we might get one of them to score for us. Scoring though, they've not done too bad scoring away from home. They average about a goal a game. They've only failed to score in 5 away games this season. Again, most of the goals that they score away from home have been in the second half. So something that we've got to keep an eye on, our second half performance. In total, they've scored 18 goals. 11 have come from open play and 7 have come from set pieces. So they are dangerous from set pieces away from home. And after we conceded 2 goals from set pieces in our game on Thursday night, it's definitely something we've got to keep an eye on. We've got to be more on the ball, so to speak, at set pieces on Sunday. Their top scorer away from home is Paulinho. Obviously, he was a target for us in the summer, so he is scoring goals away from home. Their top goal scorer altogether is Rodrigo Muniz, and 4 of those goals came in March. He also got an assist, which is why he got Premier League Player of the Month for March. So he is definitely a player in form at the moment. In those, Fulham have no major injury worries at the moment. Broja had a knock in training midweek, but he's thought to be okay. So this is probably how Fulham are likely to line up. We have a new injury doubt in Mavropanos. He limped off at the end of the game against Bayer Leverkusen in midweek, so he is a doubt for the game. Obviously, Bowen is still a doubt as well, so he probably won't feature, and Areola is still out, so Fabianski is likely to remain in goal. But we do have Alvarez back. He's not suspended from anything anymore, so he's free to play in all our games, finally. So that is definitely a plus. So I would say that this I feel like would be a good lineup. As I said, I think we should rest some players, and I feel like we should rest Antonio because he was a menace. They really struggled to deal with him by Leverkusen midweek. So him being fully fit for the game on Thursday, I think will be a real plus. And considering we have no Paquetá and we have no Emerson midweek, they both should be starting because we don't need to rest them. I would start Ings. I'd keep Kudus in the side. Defensively, I think Aguerd will probably come in if Mavropanos is injured. I wouldn't say no to a Bonga being there. I would give Johnson a run out at right back. And you keep James Ward-Prowse and Soucek in the middle. So yeah, I mean this is what I think would be a good lineup. Would he go with this? I don't know. It depends if Bowen is back or not. But even if he is, I wouldn't play him in this game. I'd keep him rested for the game on Thursday. I would personally, or I'd have him on the bench as an option to bring on. And I think that's why Antonio will be an option. I do think he would rest him. Whether or not he'll start Ings is a little bit up in the air. I don't know if he will, but it is very possible. So I could see him starting Ings. He might start Cornet, but I'm not sure he will. I just don't think he trusts him. So yeah, this is what I feel like the lineup could be for us Sunday. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we want European football next season. We do. So we need to be winning these games where we're looking at them thinking we should be picking up 3 points. We cannot afford to drop any more points in games that we should be winning this season. We just can't, because if you look at the league table, you look at all the other teams around us, they've all got a game in hand on us. Chelsea have got 2. And it's very, very, very tight. Very tight. You've obviously got Man United on 49 just above us, Newcastle just below us on 47, Chelsea with those 2 games in hand on in 9th on 44 points, and then you've got Brighton on 43. All are playing this weekend. Newcastle are being visited by Spurs, so be one of those rare occasions where I'm cheering on Spurs. Hopefully they can do us a favour. Brighton are going to Burnley. Not an easy place to go at the moment because they are picking up the odd point here and there. So maybe Burnley can do us a favour. Also, Wolves away to Nottingham Forest. Yet again, they are in a relegation battle. They're actually doing okay at the moment, Nottingham Forest at home. So yeah, Nottingham Forest can do us a favour. And I even hope that Bournemouth can do us a favour against Man United. I think they did beat them in a reverse fixture at Old Trafford earlier this season, and they are in a decent amount of form themselves. They are doing okay. So yeah, maybe Bournemouth could do us a favour. That would be lovely. So if we get favours in all those matches and we win, we could put ourselves in a really, really healthy position. A really, really healthy position. So yeah, I do think it is absolutely imperative that we get the win on Sunday. finally, let's talk about something that does concern me a little bit, and that is our record after playing European games. We've obviously played 8 European games this season, and after those 8 games, we've only won 2, we've drawn 4, and we've lost 2. But the bit that does worry me a little bit is that after the 4 away European ties we have played this season, the game after that tie, we haven't won. We've lost 1, and we've drawn 3 of those games. So yeah, that does concern me a little bit that after an away fixture in Europe, the very next Premier League game, we haven't been able to win this season. So maybe there will be a little bit of fatigue. But so, I mean, that's also one of the reasons that I think that we should switch it up a little bit. You know, play some of those players who didn't get a lot of game time or any game time in the game against Bayer Leverkusen because, you know, fresher legs, and it might aid us a little bit. So, yeah, that does concern me a little bit. I want to say we're going to get the win in this game. I really, really do. And we are capable. We've got a great record against Fulham, especially at home. But given that we've just been to Germany, put in a very resilient defensive performance, which we played the majority of the game without the ball, which is very exhausting to do. I do worry that there might be a little bit of fatigue this weekend. I really do. And the fact that we've drawn our last 3 games at home, it just screams to me that this one is going to be a draw. I want to say we're going to win, and we are capable of it. Even if we don't have Bowen available, I still think that we are capable of getting the win. So, yeah, I'm going to say we're going to get tight 2-1 win. I don't think it's going to be an easy game. We're definitely not going to make easy work. We don't make easy work of these games anymore, do we? We really don't. So, yeah, it's probably going to be a tight 2-1 win. But I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it's a draw. But I think it's important that we go all out. You know, we go for that win. We play on the front foot because we need to get the confidence going in the squad ready for that second leg against Bayer Leverkusen, because confidence is key. And yeah, we do have a chance. We do. And if we put in a solid attacking performance, it will get the crowd going. It will get the crowd excited for the game on Thursday against Bayer Leverkusen. So I think if we go into this game on Sunday and we really, really go for it and we get the win, one, it'll give us confidence. It'll get the crowd, give the crowd a little bit more hope that we can go into the game against Bayer Leverkusen on Thursday and maybe cause an upset. I did a little TikTok earlier saying that I am more confident that we can pick up a win now against Bayer Leverkusen. Maybe not the win that we need to go through, but a win, because I think we are going to go for it and we need to go for it. And we do have the capability of scoring goals, especially at home. So, yeah, I think we can really go for it on Thursday. So, yeah, I would say I really hope that we go for it on Sunday against Fulham, but I'm just not sure if we will or not. So, yeah, I'm going to say 2-1 West Ham. Is it going to be that way? I'm not sure. I don't think we're not going to lose it. It's probably going to be a draw, isn't it? But no, I'm hoping that we can get a win. I really am. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching. Do appreciate it. Let me know your predictions and your thoughts in the comments section. And if you've liked this video, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all Sunday if you're going. I will be there. Come on, you Irons.